All right, Recon Athlete, episode 113. Chris Sanchez, Paul Rodriguez. Shout out to people just jumping on the watch party right now. A couple of my cousins, Rod Ramos, Christina Sanchez. Zach's on there too. I think Zach will be here. I got a present for you, Zach.
It's probably outside the door.
Is he?
I don't know.
Just hanging out.
Maybe.
He likes to make his entrance. Let's see. Shout out to Wes. Shout out to James. Texas Longhorns about to kick off here in about 30 minutes. Sam Ehlinger, Heisman candidate. They're gonna do this thing on the big noon Saturday show on Fox.
Yeah,
they're gonna do a comparison between Sam and Tim Tebow. And I'm wondering,
is that like his most comparable, like I guess high producing quarterback?
I mean, I think it's just because Urban Meyer's on that, like,
okay,
on the cast.
I see that.
So I mean, I don't see. I mean, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I don't think.
I don't see those two as the same.
I don't see him at all.
Not even close. Yeah.
I mean, Sam does run, not as much.
Uh-huh.
I think Sam's probably a little bit better passer.
Now, if you say
at this point,
yeah, if you're selling me this 2 years ago, I'm like, yeah, okay, I can agree with that. But I think his development is with his quarterback skills is surpassed Tim Tebow, like maybe last year.
Yeah,
he's a lot better quarterback overall, I think.
I think at this point, yes. At this point in his career, yeah, and you're exactly right. A couple of years ago, yeah, I would have been like, oh yeah, I wasn't a Sam fan for a couple. It took a couple of years for me to be a believer. Yeah. So I don't know, but Longhorns got TCU 11 o'clock. Gary Patterson has been a thorn in the side of the Longhorns for a while now. Those defenses. Expectations here?
I think this is a game where Texas gets refocused. Mm-hmm. I think that game last week, with it being on the road, first game on the road of the year, may have been a little bit maybe discombobulated is a good word for it. But this week, you're home. You know your opponent. You know you can get got. Mm-hmm. And I think Texas comes out, and I think they win by 14 or more.
Okay.
I think what's the line? Do you have that up?
I don't.
I
was
pull
going
it up
to.
real quick.
I don't think it was a whole lot. Let's see. Oh, James is doing a shout out to. Oh, okay.
So I got 10 points over here.
10 points. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Texas minus 10.
Okay. Let's see. James. Oh, he wants us to do a shout out to Jackson Rush, junior wide receiver at Austin High, son of Brock and Allison Rush. Shout out to them.
Big night for Austin High last night.
Yeah.
We'll get into that a little bit later.
Yeah, we'll get into that a little bit later. Shout out to the old Westwood crews. Their son is balling at Austin High now. They just moved back in from San Antonio I think it was last year. They were in San Antonio for a while, and then they moved in last year.
Not a bad school to go to if you're a receiver and you want to start catching touchdowns.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. So the University of Texas Longhorns, 10-point favorites. You think they cover? They didn't cover.
Yeah.
You think they'll cover?
Last week, no. This week, yes. I think the boys in Vegas probably also kind of made a little bit more of a honest pick this time instead of giving Texas so many points ahead. And I think probably, and we've harped on this a bunch. I'm pretty sure the showing that Tech had against HBU, Houston Baptist, kind of gave a larger spread for the University of Texas coming off the big win off of UTEP. And then this week, I think it's like, okay, maybe Texas isn't as good as we thought, but we do think that they're at least a 10-point favorite, which means they're going to have to win by 13 or more realistically. 13, I think, is what the number is going to be. I think they can win by 14.
Do you think they have something to prove coming back this week last year or last week's kind of debacle?
I think the score that they put up to kind of win in the last moments was a really big feat, and I think that proved their mettle. Mm-hmm. So as far as did they have anything to prove to like maybe the college playoff committee, maybe they have something to prove to them, but I think to themselves, I think they showed who they are and the resiliency that they've kind of maybe learned under Herman so far.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Well,
but I still think Herman's on the hot seat.
Yeah, he's it's a little warm right now. I think his seat is a little warm, and I think he's doing some things to. He was actually going to do a live interview on that big noon Saturday thing. This morning. Yeah. Okay. Like he was all suited. He had his suit. He was all suited up, and They were showing him getting ready for the interview. He's actually fixing his own microphone stand.
Okay.
So they were kind of ribbing him about that, or they were ribbing the producers. They're like, "Hey, like somebody get in there and fix that mic for him." But Coach Herman, he seems like the type that if he knows how this equipment works.
I agree.
I
mean, the guy's a member of Mensa, this organization for high intellectual individuals. So he's not a dunce.
Yeah. So he knows how to work a mic stand. So and I think so. What he's doing right now is getting out there doing a little PR for himself.
I think he's campaigning for not only himself but for the University of Texas.
Yeah,
I think this is showing
for his job, or
I think
for
overall.
Both?
I think kind of for both mostly, but I think overall, I think this is to show maybe a little bit of transparency, a little humility to maybe the college football committee saying, "Hey, we know we may have messed up. I'm going to do some extra things outside of maybe football to show you who we are as people." And, maybe that pays off down the road. And I think with the loss to the Oklahoma that they suffered last week to Kansas State, I think that's why maybe some of these steps are being taken by Coach Herman.
Yeah, doing a little Mac Brown.
Yes, exactly.
Do a little bit of Mac Brown.
A little
politicking. That was the one thing that Mac was really, really good at.
And still is.
And he's still good at it. And I think it helped his recruiting, first of all.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's what, maybe Tom is trying to do that as well, because he's, it's a lot of competition around here.
I mean, I think also too because they lost out on a huge prospect here locally that we'll probably dabble in when we get to the high school segment of the show. But they lost out on a huge 4-star recruit literally down the road from the campus of the University of Texas. So, that's another big defensive player that they really could have secured. They lost one to Baylor from a kid in Manor, and then they lost another young man at LBJ. So I think this is where Herman's getting on the the microphone and saying, look, recruiting, campaigning, showing who Texas is, trying to change the face maybe.
All right, so Texas is a 10-point favorite. That kick off here in about 20 minutes or so. Hopefully we catch most of that game. I think Snoop's going to the game.
That's what I heard.
So we'll see.
What I read really.
We'll see if he's got any stories on his Instagrams.
I've been seeing a lot more activity lately.
Yeah.
Looks like a little Snoop's getting a little more, going back to the old Snoop.
Yeah. Also today we got Florida, 11 o'clock, taking on South Carolina. Florida's a 16.5-point favorite. We got some pretty good games today. Missouri, we got big names, not really maybe big good teams, but Missouri, Tennessee. Tennessee's the 11-point favorite. This is 11 o'clock games here. I'm going to skip over NC State and Pittsburgh. I'm going to skip over East Carolina and Georgia State. Although that's kind of crazy. The line is 70 for East Carolina and Georgia State. That's a lot of points.
You mean the over-under?
The over-under, yeah.
Okay,
sorry.
wow.
Yeah. Let's see. Baylor and West Virginia. Let's see. Baylor, only a 1.5-point favorite.
West Virginia is not so great this year. I mean, I understand.
Do I need to get on betonline.com or whatever right now?
No. I could probably pull it up in a moment, but I think
Baylor.
I think this is
put 100 on Baylor.
Baylor probably not being who they should have been.
Polished.
Yeah, I think they're still learning under Aranda, but maybe they're giving the West Virginia crowd. I don't know if they're going to allow fans. I would think they would at West Virginia. Probably maybe 20 to maybe 50% capacity. But that's a long way to go from Waco to West Virginia. That's a long hike.
Yeah, it is. Let's see. UTSA, got to shout out the Roadrunners. They're taking on UAB Blazers. UAB is a 21-point favorite. Wow, that's a lot. I got to shout out Abilene Christian. They're taking on Army today. Army Black Knights are a 30.5-point favorite.
You got 30.5? I'm showing 32.5.
Really? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And then the big 2:30 game, Texas A&M at Alabama. How bad is this going to be? 18 points. Does Alabama cover? Paul Rodriguez.
Which Kellen Mond shows up. That's kind of
it's going to be the one that's shown up against Alabama the past few years.
The past 4 years, the past 3 years.
3 years? He's got what?
I don't think Alabama covers.
He's got 4 touchdowns and 4 interceptions or something like that. I think.
Yeah, he will give you points, but he'll give away turnovers as well. And so unless Kellen Mond just completely just has a debacle, and Hayes King comes in, the highly recruited recruit out of Longview, Texas. I don't know. I think Haynes could play now, but Kellen Mond, he's made things tight all year. Will the defense show up? They gave up a whole bunch of points last week, so I'm gonna say that Alabama does not cover the spread, but I think that they lose still.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I don't know. People. That's the thing. Everybody always brings up the old Johnny Manziel thing.
I remember that, man. I think it was like the 2012 season. That was
something like that. Yeah,
that was a crazy game.
Yeah, get your present from my mom right there, dude. Turn your mic up. What's up, Zach?
Shout out Chris's mom.
Yeah,
these are nice.
Yeah. She got she likes to get her pictures developed.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah,
where does she go to get that?
She's vintage. I think Walmart or Walgreens. I don't know.
That's good. It's cute.
That's good paper too, man.
Yeah. Zach, we're talking about the A&M Alabama game. What are you expecting out of Kellen Mond today?
I heard something interesting on the radio saying this is Kellen Mond's like last real chance to like prove himself to NFL scouts. I mean, this is the last time that they're going to play.
Are people really thinking he's going to be in the NFL?
I mean, you would assume
late, like maybe 5th or 6th round.
I mean, if you play Power 5 quarterback, you have hopes of the NFL.
Yeah. Okay.
So okay, and I mean, this is the last time he's going to play a team like Alabama. So I mean, this is his real last chance to kind of show some things. And I've always liked Kellen Mond, so hopefully he does.
I mean, I'm sure he's a great kid. I just don't.
San Antonio.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just haven't been impressed with his play on the field.
Inconsistent.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you came out of San Antonio. I know you went to IMG, and I know you played 4 years at A&M or Kings. Or excuse me, A&M. Shout out to the Javelinas. But
shout out.
I don't know, man. I don't like his play against high level competition because I haven't seen like that spark, like that quarterback. I mean, NFL type of throw. From him. And I know all the Aggie folks out there, whoever is watching or will watch later. I mean, they're gonna be like, "Oh, Kellen's done this and that and what have you." And I'm saying, let the freshman play. Let's see what he can do because I'm really high on King. That's just me though.
Yeah, Stephen Anguiano's taking Alabama and giving 21 points.
Okay, yeah, man. All right. I mean, that's a Longhorn fan right there. So. Shout out to the Crockett coach.
Wes is saying, "Oh yeah, what's his name? Andre Ware got the Aggies winning it all." Because and Wes is.
I remember that.
Wes was talking about this. He's been talking about the past few weeks.
Yeah.
He's like, "Man, Andre Ware was just all over the Aggies," and I was like, "I don't know why, bro." But yeah, when did you see that too?
Yeah, I saw that at the beginning of the year, and I'm just like, I know you're putting a lot of faith in Jimbo Fisher. Now. Kellen Mond isn't going to be the quarterback if they're winning it all. That's fine for me. And I know maybe Andre Ware sees some things in Kellen Mond that he maybe saw in himself when he played and won a Heisman at Houston, but those are two different guys.
Yeah, there is not.
If A&M beats Alabama today,
everybody will.
Do y'all reconsider?
No.
No.
No, just because Kellen Mond's their quarterback.
You still have to get through the SEC West and the championship, and then get through the college football playoff. Kellen Mond's going to slip. I just don't
at some
know
point.
Where.
Yeah. North Carolina at Boston College. Let's see. It's a pretty good game today. South Florida and Cincinnati. Big 12 action, 2:30. Oklahoma State at Kansas. Oklahoma State's a 23-point favorite.
Spencer Sanders out for a while, or is he back?
Dude, I don't know. He was out for that game, right?
He went out in the last game.
Yeah, because I started watching it late, and I was like, where's that quarterback we've been talking about? Zach's favorite quarterback. He had gotten knocked out of the game. Texas Tech at Kansas State. So we got one team, the home team in Kansas State, that pulled off the upset. And then you got the other team that gave up, that last 16 points or whatever it was. 15 points.
Against KU.
Sanders?
Yeah, so probably not.
Probably not today. Okay. Let's see. Kansas State's only a 2-point favorite.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
What's the over-under?
I'll take that bet.
64.
Really? I thought it'd be more than that.
So,
Tech
all right, betonline.com, Texas.
Tech could score 64 by himself.
Right. So, betonline.com, whatever.
I mean, I got a little money out there. I may lay a little
put
something.
put over.
No, I'm not betting on the over under. I just don't like that. Those bets scare the hell out of me.
Okay.
But the two you're giving me, I got to cover 2 for Kansas State.
2 points.
I would hell yes.
Really?
Yeah, I think K-State is a lot better than people.
Zach,
maybe
you
imagine.
in agreement? I'm in agreement. Are you in agreement? Kansas State by 2 points.
I would take the over.
You take the over?
Yeah.
All right.
That would be a good pick in this game.
64,
for sure.
yeah.
64 is I think way too low.
Yeah. See, Virginia Tech and Duke. Virginia Tech's 13-point favorite. We also got. I'm going to skip over these other. Florida State's playing Jacksonville State. Really?
Hey man, somebody got to get checked.
Florida State's got to win a game.
Their own too. That's true. Ole Miss and Kentucky. Kentucky's 7-point favorite there. Let's see.
Kentucky's punter had like a 73-yard punt last week against Auburn. He's like a Ray guy, he won Ray Guy Award last year.
Well, I mean,
if you're interested in special teams,
when you play for Kentucky, you're going to be punting
punter.
a lot. You know,
Yeah, you're probably gonna put a little extra recruiting in.
it's just like back in like a few years ago, we used to me and BJ used to always talk about the great punters that would come out of the College Station because they did it so often. Auburn and Georgia. That's tonight.
that's what game day is.
Is that where they're at?
Yep.
I was wondering. I was trying to watch it, but then I had to go get my menu though. Grab my Topo Chico. Georgia's a 7.5-point
Paul
favorite.
Had to get that for you.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
I
that.
got here like late for me.
Yeah. That's all right. I just wanted it. Georgia is a 7.5-point favorite at home against Auburn. This is the longest running. Did y'all know this is the longest running or most played rivalry game in the South? Yeah. I wouldn't have thought that. Auburn and Georgia, the most played rivalry. Georgia by 7.5 points. That game's gonna be at 6:30 tonight. I'm gonna be at work. Dang it.
Yeah, but you can put it on, right?
Yeah. We got that big TV right by the host stand.
Oh
That
yeah,
huge
yeah.
one.
Inside?
Yeah,
that one's huge.
It's like a 70
inch.
It's like a 70-inch TV. And
It's
there's like a table like this far away from it. So I'll probably put it on that one. Try to.
I don't know, man. I'll take Auburn with 7.5. I think I would take that right now.
Man, I'm gonna put $10 a $10 parlay and put Paul Rodriguez bets. See how it does.
Maybe we'll do that.
Shout out JT Daniels.
I'll just use that. I'll use that 10 and we'll just throw a parlay and see what happens.
All right. Shout out JT Daniels. Okay. UCF Knights, Tulsa Golden Hurricane. UCF's 21-point favorite.
Quarterback for UCF is the brother of the setter on the Texas volleyball team.
That's some deep knowledge right
Dang,
there.
man, you don't get that anywhere else besides Zach Lucette on Recon
Hawaii.
Athlete.
That's amazing how you just connected volleyball and football at a non-Power 5 school.
Hey, what's up with that tournament? Is that today?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what time?
We're trying to start at 2.
2. Okay. Arkansas. Shout out to Wes. He probably have his Arkansas gear on today. It's at 6:30. We'll have that game on at the restaurant. Mississippi State. Mississippi State's a 17-point favorite. You think what's his name, Costello, going to have another 600 yards?
Yeah,
passing.
No, I don't think so.
Wes, what do you think? I'm gonna let you.
You think he can do it against LSU, but not against Arkansas?
I think the people who sat out for LSU and Grant Delpit didn't play. Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's going to do that again.
I mean,
well, Grant Delpit didn't play because he's in the.
So are y'all on the Pirate coach Pirate?
I don't think they'll like win a lot, but I think he'll
do the same thing that he's done at every college that he's ever been at.
I see. I wonder, is Mississippi State, are they in the East or West? I'm gonna have to look that up because if they're in the East, I think the only people they got to worry about is maybe just Georgia and Florida, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
There was a story of when Gardner Minshew was getting recruited, and he was going to go walk on at Alabama, and Mike Leach called him and said, "Yeah, you can go to Alabama and become a GA, or you can come play for me and lead the NCAA in passing." And then he went to Washington
Good,
State.
damn good job, Zach.
Exactly.
I'm glad you remembered that.
So you could become a GA.
GA. That's funny.
I don't think he was lying at all. I think he's
Yeah.
100% on point.
That's 100% true.
Yeah, if Gardner Minshew would have gone and walked on to Alabama, you probably could look online right now on the roster, coaching staff. It would
Yeah.
say,
There.
Yeah, be Gardner Minshew, the second. Oklahoma coming off their upset defeat to Kansas State. They were playing Iowa State on the road. Oklahoma's a 7.5 point favorite. I think they'll easily cover that.
Yeah, same.
They're gonna
all
be,
these Big 12 games, though, you just have no clue what's going to happen.
I just think that Oklahoma's going to come out and
Yeah, I think they're going to have vengeance on their mind.
Yeah.
And with the loss that Iowa State suffered early in the year to a Sun Belt team, yeah, I don't think they.
I think Oklahoma's just going to be they're going to come out and
They're going to let it all go.
yeah. Feel sorry for those Iowa State Cyclones. LSU taking on Vanderbilt. LSU's a 21 point favorite. It's tonight, and I'm trying to see if there's anything late that's worth talking about. Virginia and Clemson. Clemson's a 28.5 point favorite.
What's that Mexican quarterback from Wichita Falls?
Jacob Rodriguez.
Yeah, that's where he's committed, is Virginia.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I'm going to be a Virginia fan in a couple years.
Are you a UAB fan right now?
Yeah.
UAB fan? Okay, good.
Let's
Did y'all know that?
Mississippi State's in the West, Steven says.
Oh, okay. Well, then never mind.
Do we know what?
No.
Paul, you're my cousin
I
too.
lost that translation, bro. We're all brothers and
Because
sisters.
my mom is Rodriguez.
That doesn't mean we in the same tribe, my dude.
Yeah,
I'm just
it
saying.
does.
I mean, we may be distant. We may be down the line somewhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Not you though.
I mean, that's like saying that me and Chris could be cousins because his mom and my dad grew up in the same town.
Well, no, that's not the same. They don't have the same last name.
That don't mean I'm related to Garcias. I'm related to Villarreals. I'm related to all kinds. I ain't even talking about the Cuban connection either yet. That's the other side.
Cuban Connect, fool.
All right.
Cubano. Come by the restaurant. Get you a Cubano tonight.
Bro, they're good. They're
pretty
good
good.
at Revelry on the
They're
Boulevard.
pretty good.
Shout
They're
out.
pretty good. They're pretty good.
Pretty
All right, that's
damn
going to be
good.
college. Longhorns going to be kicking off here in a little bit. You going to watch a little bit of that game before you go to your... No?
I've got to leave here at right at 11:30.
Yeah,
I
okay.
got to run home first. I'm gonna be running all over the place. I'm gonna listen to the correct way.
Tomorrow's your birthday?
Yep.
Happy birthday, dude.
Thanks, man.
So
Thank
you can do... What else are you going to do besides your volleyball tournament?
I think I'm just having dinner with family tomorrow.
Okay.
You gonna drink a
Cookout
glass of
and stuff.
wine with dinner?
I'll drink a glass of water.
Throw a glass of water.
You don't drink, dog?
Not even Dr. Pepper cream.
Just talk. No, I'm trying to quit.
So how did that go? Like I remember you had talked about it a month or two ago.
Dude, this is like one of the first. This is like the longest my fridge has not had Dr. Pepper cream, and it's been like 3 days.
Does your girl make you kind of like stick to it a little bit more regimentally or in the regiment or?
I mean, she doesn't drink soda, so it's always
That's probably why. Yeah.
it's always tough to like fill the fridge with soda. And looking at it and knowing that I'm gonna drink all of that.
She's probably looking at it like another girl would look at a dude who's bringing like 12 packs of beers home. Like you brought a 12 pack of soda into my house.
Yeah.
Damn.
Wes. Says Zach is the Rain Man of random shit.
Yeah.
That was a deep reach on that UCF connect.
That's funny. Oh yeah, are we invited to the party or to the dinner? No, it's just family.
No, it's just family.
Oh, okay, but you just said that Paul's family.
Man, he did
Yeah,
say
I guess
that.
Paul could come. Yeah.
He did
But
say
it's immediate family. It's immediate.
it's nuclear family.
Paul
is his family.
extended.
Extended. Yeah. All right, Recon Athlete episode 113. Chris Sanchez, Paul Rodriguez, Zach Lucero. Shout out to Snoop Daniel who's at the game right now. University of
tailgate?
Texas. I don't know. No idea. You want to do high school right now or do NFL?
Let's do high school. Just
Yeah.
in
Oh,
case
yeah.
We don't finish
Cool.
by the time I left.
All right, cool. All right, Thursday night games. We had Bastrop and Travis, 36-10. Do I need to go through all these scores, or just you want to talk about particular games?
I think we should shout out to you. Dude,
Okay.
just run through.
I'll run through them.
And then
Pflugerville.
we'll stop on. I'll stop you.
Pflugerville. This was on Thursday. Pflugerville 21, McNeil 14, Stony Point 30, Bowie 27. A couple of really good games there.
Yeah.
Hendrickson 24, Colleen 17, Vandergrift 44, Colleen Ellison 7. Zach Lucetto.
Yeah, they look good. I mean, it's tough to say because they always whoop up on the Killeen teams that they play.
Yeah.
They've been playing a Killeen team in the non-district for a long time. That game was at UMHB. That stadium was really cool.
You went, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Ryan Back, the quarterback, looks better. He's definitely not Justin Moore, Drew Dawson, Alex Fernandez for sure. But I think he's getting better every week. That defense looks better and better. I still am hesitant to say that it's like a Drew Sanders defense of the last 3-4 years. But they do look good.
Are they young?
Not
really.
I mean, probably just normal. I would say, yeah.
Talent levels is not there.
I don't think that's what. I don't think it's a lack of talent. I think it's just a lack of having that familiarity due to COVID.
Okay.
I think not having the proper offseason has affected a lot of teams, and we're seeing this from high school all the way to the pro level.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Taylor Dumar, 2 touchdown catches. I think he's definitely going to be a focal point of the offense. Caleb Sanders also. They scheme him open really well and get him some touches. Ryan Shepard, the running back, over the summer they were going to move him to linebacker, and then Bo Dawson left, so they move him back to running back, and he looks like a different guy from last year. He looks really good, especially because Bone Lewis hasn't got it all together yet. But I think this team is getting better week by week. I think.
Good. Yeah. 7 points, all that Colleen Ellison was able to put up on the board. So
2 block punts.
Really?
They have 2 block punts.
Nice.
One of them was recovered for a touchdown.
Nice. I had Veterans Memorial beating Glenn 33-10. Lehman 61, Navarro 0. Buda Johnson. Is that how we're gonna call them?
We can call him Johnson.
Just Johnson?
I put the brackets just to kind of let you know where it is.
All right, Johnson.
I would say Buda Johnson.
Yeah. We'll say Johnson.
Because wasn't there a Johnson in Austin?
There was Johnston.
Yeah, Johnston. And then LBJ, some people say Johnson.
And then there's a Johnson in San Antonio.
Yeah. That's why I
Buda.
say Johnson. Okay. I would just
Don't
say
be
Johnson
lazy, Chris.
personally.
Don't be lazy, Chris.
Buda Johnson. I like saying Buda. Shout out to Buda. Buda Johnson, 56. Crockett, 8. Wimberley, the Texans, 45. The Alice Coyotes, 13. Lake Travis beating up on my Warriors, 63-20.
Yeah, but hold on real quick. RJ Martinez played so well in that game. I'm going to shout out to RJ. The dude was running for his life, and he was throwing dimes, literal dimes. And I just hope his receivers can help him out as they move forward, because in the first half, and I understand that Lake Travis's third string quarterback was playing. Isaac Norris got in there a little bit later on, but RJ played a hell of a game. I just wanted to give him a quick shout out.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of that game at the restaurant, and he looked pretty sharp. LBJ, this is Friday night games. LBJ 35, Maynard 19. What?
Bro.
Well, apparently they threw the ball a lot more, LBJ,
really
from this week compared to last week, and I think that's going to be how they're going to get the ball to their athletes. It's not going to be running, especially like in 4A football. If you're not just physically dominant over the other person, and your like whole offense is based around running, then it's not gonna work. Like Liberty Hill, that used to be their calling card, where they would just run the ball all the time with a slot T and having a good offensive line. But LBJ, they have Division I athletes that they just need to get the ball to in space, and I think that's going to be through the passing game.
Yeah, Oscar Gordon, their quarterback, is a tremendous get for him coming into the school this year. And new names that a lot of people may not know. Everybody knows Trell McCutcheon, Andrew Makuba, who just committed to Clemson. But new names you want to learn: Danny Davis, the running back, and then Faison Washington as well on the defense side of the ball. And, of course, that man Brendan Jones, who's got offers all over as well. So just keep those names in mind with LBJ. But I thought that was a huge win over Maynard. But I did want to shout out Che Nwabuko, their running back, who had a huge touchdown off a big pass from, I don't know why Google's trying to talk to me, off of the LBJ defense. So just shout out Che as well. All
right. And, shout out to the Mustangs and try to get things rolling again next week. We'll get back to the reconathlete.com website. You go to reconathlete.com, check out these scores, by the way. I see Royal 23, Reagan or Northeast 6, San Marcos 26, Lockhart 25. You could have seen that on reconathlete.com. And Paul Rodriguez.
San Marcos controlled the game for the majority of the game, and then probably with about I think 25 seconds left. Lockhart scores a huge touchdown to Tay Andrews from Jackie Edwards to go up 25-20. And San Marcos with maybe a little bit of a call that was questionable with about 10 seconds left, throws a ball over the middle. And 2 seconds later, they throw a Hail Mary 31-yard touchdown from their sophomore quarterback, Isaiah De Leon, to their big star receiver, Cannon Webb, who's a senior this year. Walk-off Hail Mary touchdown, 26-25. That's your final. You can see that highlight on our Instagram or Twitter. Shout out to Mark De Leon, the father of Isaiah, who took that film, just to give a little photo credit.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Lockhart Lions, man, it's been a while since they beat San Marcos. Almost got there,
Since
but
1984.
Wow.
How old were you, Chris?
I was 4.
Dang.
How old were you?
-10.
Negative.
How you gonna be? 26?
Yep.
Oh man, dog, you're catching up to me, dog. Harker. Oh yeah, you can check out Lockhart also on Lions Pride Sports Broadcast as well. Shout out
to Emilio Sarge Juarez. I think I bugged him enough for him to get a Lion Pride Sports Broadcast Twitter and Instagram. So those both went online today. So check him out over there. Give him a follow if y'all want to. All the Lockhart community, give him a big shout out. Just real quick on that game last night, Lockhart San Marcos. Sarge told me this morning they had over 12,000 live viewers in that game.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Great. That's awesome numbers. Harker Heights 49, Eastview 21, Vista Ridge 45, Leander 7. What's going on over at Vista Ridge, y'all?
Yeah, I think they're about to win again. They opened up district with McNeil.
KB 12, man, that dude could just sling it.
Yeah. So Vista Ridge coming up big again, throwing up 45. Aikens 33, Cedar Creek 23. That's quietly becoming a kind of a little rivalry game.
Yeah, right
Aikens
there
and Cedar Creek.
Little south end of Austin, Texas, right there. One in Bastrop County, one right there off of Slaughter. But that game was really kind of one-sided. I think the majority. I think a lot of Cedar Creeks. No disrespect intended, but they got a lot of their points late in the game. So just want to give a big shout out to Aikens for getting the dub.
Yeah, big shout out to the Eagles. New Braunfels 35, Seguin 20. Seguin, sorry. I just hear people say.
You're just joking.
I'm just joking. Seguin. I just heard Seguin before.
Yeah.
Liberty Hill 44, Del Valle 27.
Bro,
dude.
Del Valle moving up to 5A, and I know we had questions about them coming
Liberty
in.
Hill.
I'm sorry,
Liberty Hill. Yeah.
What'd I say?
Del Valle.
Yeah, well, Del Valle coming off that loss to Liberty Hill. And Liberty Hill beating 2 6A teams in a row by 44.
That's crazy.
They face off with Crockett next week, so
I think that could be a game that one of us should go to just to see if Liberty Hill. I mean, I'll be at Vandergrift, but just to see if Liberty Hill is like
legit,
right? Especially with that offense.
It might be, man. Rudder 63, Weiss 56. Man, no defense there. Left the defense on the buses. Marble Falls 34, Elgin 33. That was a good game there. A&M Consolidated 48, Rouse 21.
The whole College Station area that's just kind of like Belton Temple used to be a few years back. It's the College Station area is just Centex killers this year.
Yeah, they're starting to get some a good high school football over there. College Station beat up on Hutto last week.
Yep.
Round Rock 35, Belton 33, Georgetown 38, Copper's Cove 14, and also Cedar Park 28, Cedar Ridge 14. Anderson winning the Taco Shack Bowl 14-7 over McCallum. Austin High.
We had Paul. What's the linebacker for Anderson? Aiden Thompson.
Yeah, Aiden Thompson. Yes,
had him on the Flex show last night, and he wasn't very happy. He said basically said that McCallum stinks and that game shouldn't have been that close. That they played real sloppy. He said that a bunch of his teammates don't know how to take like pregame seriously. So. He says it's all things that they can just get better in practice and change their mindset and do better in the games coming up.
Nice. Some good leadership from the young man.
Yeah, you kind of would hope so. I mean, he's one of the young men who had early offers. Then we also got to shout out Kelby Hickerson also, getting offers as well. But yeah, I think Aiden is not shy about voicing his concerns, and sometimes maybe you need to give a little wake up call so that people can take things a little bit more seriously. And I think also them dropping down to 5A is going to help out tremendously for their record.
Yeah,
they have Pflugerville next week, and he kind of called him out a bit. He said, "I know they have a good running back over there, but," he goes, "Well, we have me."
Elijah, yeah, that's a big ask because Elijah Oakmont is not small potato. So yeah, we'll see how that matchup goes, and I'm gonna be interested in that matchup between Aiden and Elijah.
Yeah, Austin High 65, Connolly 14. Once again, we're gonna shout out to Jackson Rush, wide receiver over there at Austin High. And let's see,
Is that the one that's your cousin?
Nah, dog, that's a friend of.
Oh.
It's a son of a friend.
What's the one that's your cousin? That's Cal Allen, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Cal Allen, big win last night over Tyvee, 28-0. I don't know what happened to the Antlers, but they just fell off with coming into the year with a number 7 overall ranking in 5A.
Yeah, and then like that kind of brings me back to like something I wanted to mention. I guess LBJ and Maynard. It's kind of outside of what was, but what was it that the San Antonio Cornerstone? Is that the one that beat Cal Allen and LBJ? Yeah. What's going on over there?
At Cornerstone,
They don't play UIL though, right?
they're a private school and they're just recruiting all the kids from Judson.
Oh,
That's
really?
Because Cornerstone's on the north side of San Antonio, so
Yeah.
all the kids who were like all the juniors and sophomores last year who were at Judson, they just been funneling them to Cornerstone.
Judson got blown out by DeSoto
Bro,
this weekend. too.
Judson had no defense for DeSoto, nothing.
Westlake 56, Midway 0.
So Round Rock beats up on Midway last week.
Mm-hmm.
Westlake beats up on Midway this week.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think? So Westlake, we're pretty sure they're gonna make a deep playoff run.
Continue doing what they're doing.
So do you think Round Rock is just that good, or this is not the same Waco Midway that we're used to?
I don't think it's the same Waco Midway, and I wouldn't. Also, last night that score between Round Rock and Belton, don't let that score fool you. I know it was a 2-point win, but Round Rock had that game complete control all the way into the middle of the fourth quarter. They had an easy 10 to 14 point lead over Belton. So I think Round Rock's a lot better. I think that probably coach at Round Rock pulled his starters, but I think Seth Ford and his company has something to prove this year. So I think Midway is just not what we're expecting, and maybe a lot of the talent maybe went to College Station.
So I mean, this is a Waco Midway team that was in the state championship game a few years ago. So I mean, they're perennially like a really strong team, especially on offense, and send a bunch of guys to play quarterback at the next level, play at the next level, and they've gotten blown out 2 weeks in a row.
Maybe they're losing players to La Vega.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's why La Vega beats everybody. They got 6A players playing in 2A or whatever.
Yeah,
You never know.
I mean, he very well could be.
We don't know what's happening. Hutto 35, Waco 21. Hutto coming back and getting a big win after that just beating they took over in College Station. Hayes 45, Dripping Springs 28.
Is College Station 6A or 5A?
I
I think they're 6A.
Yeah, I think both of them are 6A. But
Because College Station went to state in 5A, so they moved up. I think.
I think they would
Yeah,
have to.
we'd have to. Where's our Dave Campbell's? We'd have to look.
Yeah, I don't have that.
Let's see, and then shout out to Sarge. He's on my watch party. He said Tyvee's been shut out 2 games in a row. They lost 14-0.
Yep.
To Dripping Springs, and
They got a case of the Midways.
Yep. The Drip is next week's opponent for the Lockhart Lions.
That's right.
So let's see. So that does it for week. What week is this?
This is week 6. Going into 7.
Week 6 going into 7. And then we'll talk Wednesday evening about next week's games. All right, NFL real quick. Not real quick, but you still got about 20 minutes.
Got 20 minutes. Yeah.
All right, cool.
Got 19.
Plus 4 pennies.
Yeah. Let's see. Indianapolis Colts at the Bears. We've got the Colts as a 3-point favorite. Is that right? Am I seeing this right?
You don't know who's going to be play quarterback for the Bears. They got they had 7 dudes in and out.
I think Foles has been named the starter by the head coach.
Yeah, he has. Yeah. Yep.
So I guess I mean, unless they're just thinking that Phillip Rivers is going to just throw the ball as much as he wants, and I don't know how you think Mac's not going to get to him, but I mean,
Yeah.
I think he is.
So the Colts. Would you take the Colts or Bears?
I'm going to take the Bears.
New Orleans Saints, 4 points favorites at Detroit Lions. Got a 54.5 point over under. Arizona Cardinals, 4 point favorites at Carolina. Teddy Bridgewater is 17-4 against the spread in his career as an underdog, including the playoffs.
I forget that Teddy Bridgewater is in the league. So.
I don't know, man. I'm not buying into that personally. I like Kyler Murray. I know they're on the road, but I like Kyler Murray.
Okay. See Jacksonville at Cincinnati. Cincinnati is a 3 point favorite, 48.5 over under. Cincinnati
winless.
Yeah,
I'm taking Cincinnati to cover 2.5.
Yeah.
I'm going to take that at the house.
Okay.
I think T. Higgins and Joey Burrow may have a new relationship kind of building, but the targets for AJ Green are still getting there. So I don't know how that's going to work out, but I think for Burrow and for the Cincinnati, his legs are going to be his asset because his line can't do the job right now.
Yeah, he's going to have to run for his life and then try to throw the ball while he's running for his life. Browns at Cowboys, noon o'clock game, 56 over under. Cowboys are a 4 point favorite.
Oh, really? I got 3.5 for ESPN. I'm going to take the 3.5.
Maybe I'm on ESPN too. Maybe I'm old.
Wait, what do you have? 4.5?
4.
I have 4. Yeah, I'm showing 4.5 right now.
Oh,
but I mean, maybe it's
so the money's going on Cowboys then if it's 4.5.
Yeah, I'm going to take Dallas straight up. I'm not taking them to cover 4.5.
A little nugget from ESPN. This is the highest over under for either a Cleveland or Dallas game in the Super Bowl era.
56 points. I think Dak can make it. I think Dak can get Dallas 28. I don't know if unless blown assignments occur again, which are probably probable against Cleveland with the back end for Dallas. I don't know if Baker can get 28 on that defense because the way Aldon Smith is playing, he's probably going to be forcing Baker out of the backfield.
Yeah. For sure. Vikings at Texans. That's going to be a noon o'clock game as well. Texans are a 4 point home favorite. Over under is 54.
Who would have thought that the Vikings defense would be so bad?
Yeah, there you go. They fell off hard.
All they lost was really the main piece they lost was due to win to Cowboys.
Yeah, Everson Griffin. I just don't know. Maybe their age has kind of caught up to them in this COVID era. So
I mean, Everson Griffin and Danielle Hunter were both always kind of known as like speed rush guys. Right. So to be getting older,
and Everson Griffin hasn't done anything with Dallas yet so far. Yeah. So maybe it's just age. Because Kirk is
Cousins.
really. I can't get names out of my mouth today. Kirk Cousins is really going to have to depend on Jefferson, the rookie receiver, because if Adam Thielen is getting bracketed, I mean that's the only option. He had a huge day last week for fantasy.
All right. I'll wait till the end. I was going to ask about the Steelers.
Yeah.
Thing. I'll wait till we're done with this. Seattle Seahawks at Miami Dolphins. Seattle's 6.5 point favorite. 53.5 is the over under. Touchdown? You think Seattle can win by a touchdown?
Yeah.
They only have to cover 5 points, so I think so.
You got 5?
I'm showing -5 for Seattle.
Dang. I'm showing 6.5. That means the money's been going on Seattle.
When is your article dated?
It says
is this
today.
An article or is this
an article.
The list of games?
This is today.
October 2nd,
Oh, it was yesterday.
2019.
That was yesterday. 2019. Let's see. So so we're getting the line changes. Chargers at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay 7.5. I've got
Showing 7 right now.
all right. So the money's going on L.A. Right?
No, the money going towards money will be going towards LA.
Baltimore Ravens at the Washington Football Team.
Ooh.
What are you showing?
-14 for Baltimore.
Yeah, I'm showing 13.5. Wow, that's huge.
That's huge money.
Is the Washington Football Team that bad?
I think
or are the Ravens that good?
I think personally Lamar had such a horrible game last week that they're looking for some kind of vengeance, and maybe they're thinking that the special teams and Duvernay coming out may have another big week. So I think Washington.
Why didn't Devin Duvernay return punts at Texas?
Ask Herman.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I think Deshaun Jameson is good, but I mean, you knew. I mean, I guess he was probably too important to the offense.
Yeah, probably didn't want to get him
back there on special teams.
But that speed, he was when you outrun NFL guys on special teams, you are fast.
Yeah,
really fast.
Yeah, they put their fastest guys on the field out there on special teams.
Best athletes.
New York Giants at the Rams. Rams are a 13-point favorite. I'm showing. What do you got? 13. So my line hasn't moved since yesterday.
Yeah, the Giants are just that horrible.
Yeah. So this is getting into the afternoon games, starting with the Giants and the Rams. Patriots at Chiefs. Chiefs getting 7, or the Patriots getting 7 points. Chiefs are a 7-point favorite. What are you showing?
I'm showing that game has been postponed.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
That's a great question. Give me about 30 seconds and I'll tell you.
Bills at Raiders. Bills 2.5-point favorites. Let's see. And then Eagles it's a Sunday night game. Eagles at San Francisco. San Francisco, I'm showing 6.5. It's probably changed. I'm sure the money's going on San Francisco, so it's probably going to 7. And then Monday night, Atlanta.
Chiefs game is postponed and is expected to be played on Monday or Tuesday.
Does it say why? That's what I've been looking for.
Breaking news.
The New England Kansas City game scheduled for 4:25 Eastern Sunday will be rescheduled to Monday or Tuesday after positive COVID-19 tests on both teams. In consultation with infectious disease experts, both clubs are working closely with the NFL and NFLPA to evaluate multiple close contacts, perform additional testing, and monitor developments. All decisions will be made with the health and safety of players, team, and game day personnel as our primary consideration.
So, according to, you want to read that, Zach?
Yeah, as per Adam Schefter, one of those positive tests was Patriots quarterback Cam Newton.
So he's not gonna play.
Probably.
So go to your fantasy teams, find all the Patriots and the Chiefs and the Steelers and the Tennessee Titans on your rosters and take them out.
Now, what may happen is the reason why they're saying this game may be played Monday or Tuesday. I remember this coming out, and they're going to make the players retest probably today. And if they come back with 2 consecutive negative tests, they're going to play.
And this says that the Patriots have been like mass testing, and that they haven't seen any spread. That it's just Cam on the Patriots side. Is what this says.
That's weird.
Where was Cam?
I know. That's what I'm thinking.
Where were the Titans players? Where were all those players? And I don't know why or who. Number one, we shouldn't know who has COVID due to HIPAA. Number one, so unless the players gave the consent to release it, which I don't think they would, I'll let y'all make up your decision if you think that's ethical or not. But where was Cam and where were the players for the Titans so that we can all avoid those areas?
Right. And this came up because I've heard, and of course, BJ being BJ, he was whining about having the Steelers-Titans game postponed and like wanting to add an IR spot and stuff like that.
We already added an IR spot.
No. We're talking about a different.
But you can't put the player in IR unless he's on the IR.
Right.
So,
and the thing I'm thinking about, I was like, we've had games postponed before, not because of COVID, but like weather-related issues or something like that, and like there were no adjustments made.
Right.
It's like, come on. I mean, would you make any adjustments in your league for any of these things happening? No, right?
No.
Yeah, me neither. So if you're a commissioner in your league and people are whining about these games, don't
kick them out of the league.
Yeah, kick them out of the league. Don't listen to
players.
Yeah, for sure. All right, about to get. We'll let Zach go. Well, actually, we can get out of here too. I think we're about done. NBA playoffs, real quick. I
haven't watched any yet,
but
I'm expecting it to go more than 4 games for sure. And I think I'm kind of betting on that to start watching.
I think it's gonna be a sweep.
You think so?
Yeah, it's gonna be 4.
Because of the injuries?
Well, just
period.
Just period.
They want to get it over with.
I think
like
that
the NBA.
I think the NBA wants it, and I think LeBron wants to. And
well, LeBron was. I mean, apparently the social media AD was the one carrying LeBron last night.
Yeah, I mean, LeBron's going to do what he needs to do. I mean, if he has to take a step back and let AD take over so they can win this championship, then he'll do that.
I think he's still averaging like a triple-double almost. So
I wouldn't be surprised.
He's doing his thing. But yeah, I think I'm pretty sure this is going to be a sweep. I think the Lakers they're just too big and strong for the Heat. The Heat kind of play like a small ball kind of thing.
So no Tyler Hero this week.
Nah, he ain't gonna be no hero. Sorry, y'all. So I'm not pulling for the sweep, but I'm just predicting it right now.
We still give via 3-1-3 if the Lakers win.
I do.
Yeah.
Word up.
And Menudo.
Yes. All right. Anything else, Zach? Any shout outs for your birthday?
Yeah. Shout out me.
All right. Shout out to Zach for his birthday. Shout out to Paul.
Yeah. Shout out to my mom. It's her birthday today. Happy birthday. Mom.
Shout out my aunt.
Shout out to Zach. It'd be cousin. Yeah. Shout out to Zach for his birthday. Mananas.
Yeah.
Shout out to God and everybody who helps this thing move forward to the fans. Thank y'all.
All right. I want to shout out to God, to my parents, and of course Texas Point Outdoors and Kreitz Market, our sponsors.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lions Pride Sports Broadcast, our partners in crime. Not really. Yeah. But shout out to the Sarge. And shout out to everybody that joins our watch party each and every episode. All right, Paul, do your thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're enjoying the podcast, please like, subscribe, and comment down below. And I promise next time I see you, I will have it more together. We out.